Tell me kind of, as one of the older guys in the group now, just how, camp has gone so far and your perception of the defense's performance. Kind of recap me on what you think has gone on so far.
I think, so far we gone out there, we started off with our basic things, So we look pretty sharp because we've been together for a while, we've gone a year through this defense. So learning the basics, we came out pretty strong. So now we're starting to implement more things further down, like different coverages, different adjustments. So the learning curve is there, but we're doing a good job of meetings, trying to do good in the classroom and take it to the field. And we're just trying to make sure the young guys see that culture and try to lead by example.
How do you think the secondary group has performed as a whole so far?
I think we've done good. We've had some change in there, some adversity, but as a group, we try to stay together, and with the staff, So I feel like we're making progress and we're getting better every day.
What's it like working with Coach Henderson?
Oh, it's great. It's definitely different. But I think they're both great in their own way. So Coach Henderson, he has a lot of knowledge because he's been around for a long time. So we try to take advantage of that and just do the same thing and try to keep performing well.
How do Coach Hawkins and Coach Henderson differ in coaching style?
Well, obviously Coach Hawkins is a little bit younger, so he can relate to us in a different way than Coach Henderson can because he's closer on our age. But as far as teaching, it's kind of the same way. They're both make sure they put a big emphasis on, about us knowing what we need to do. And another thing that I would say is different about both is the verbiage they use. But Coach Henderson has done a great job of explaining to us how he talks and how he does stuff. So we're getting well adjusted to him.
BJ Green, everyone.
Are there any overall goals for you guys as a secondary in terms of turnovers, as a defense, sacks? Is there anything like that floating around the locker room?
Not really a number. I mean, we want to, obviously the goal is we want to lead the conference, lead the country, and get as many turnovers as we can because turnovers lead to more W's. So that's what we're chasing.
This is a big year for you personally. What are your goals and kind of where do you see yourself at in a couple of months from now?
As far as stats, I don't really put a number on that, but I feel this year needs to be my best year. So we're preparing that way, and we're putting in the work in to just be better than I was the other years, no matter how good we were. Just take it up another step.
Is that a difficult amount of pressure to have to handle for yourself? Knowing going into a year this has to be my best year and all that kind of stuff. Does that weigh on you at all going into a season?
Nah. Football is fun. I don't really put no pressure. I'm just go out there, have fun, and do what I do.
What are you working on specifically? Obviously, this being a big year, what are you working on to get yourself better, make yourself better?
Taking those next steps and whether it be the run game and especially coverage, I've been making a big emphasis on that. So I feel like I've always been able to cover, but now I've added some more, implements. I know how to judge splits better from receivers. Even just keeping your eyes on your man, not looking at the quarterback while you're your man, and knowing what you got to look at in the zone. So really just maturing in the game each and every year. So I feel like I've just been elevating in all aspects.
How close were you to actually leaving, or was it in your mind all the time that you were coming back?
No, I wasn't in my mind all the way. I definitely have some thoughts of leaving because I feel like I'll be able to bet on myself and I'll be able to get the job done. But once I evaluated everything with my family and talked it over with everyone, I felt like all in all, especially after talking to my teammates too, we were all on the same page. So that kind of played a part in it as well.
Which wideout that came in last year have you seen the most improvement so far this fall?
I'd say the wideouts they're starting to really pick up over this last week and these last few practices. I've seen a lot of growth in them. I would say Johnny Wilson for sure has definitely grown a lot, and I think Ricky Pearsall is going to surprise a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people really know how good he is. I think he's going to be really good this year.
More specifically within your position group, are there any young players that may remind you of yourself a little bit?
I mean, a little bit, with some guys, the way they come down and hit, Twin, he's not afraid of contact. Cam, he's not afraid of contact. But they have their own different ways that make them good in there. We all are versatile. So, the young guys, I feel like they're definitely making steps. We've all been learning, especially with this coaching change. But you know, we've been staying close together, and our young guys are coming along. We just got Keon back. He made a nice play today. We got Cam Phillips back. He didn't really play a lot last year, but now he's getting more back implemented, and you know. So and then we got me and Dre. So we got a lot of depth, and I feel like we're gonna be a really strong room.
We talked to Chase a couple of days ago, and he said that he feels like you guys as a DB unit, you, him, Jack, DeAndre, have something to prove. Just as older guys that came back to college and have something to show now. What is it that you feel you guys have to prove? Do you feel that way too?
Oh, definitely. I just feel like we have to prove that it wasn't for no reason. Like we just didn't come back just to come back. We came back to do something. And obviously, you know what our end goals are. So we came back to do better than be more than just ordinary and regular. We want to be more than that. So
what kind of potential does this group have?
Oh, I don't think there's no limit on it. I think we could, go down as one of the best to come from this Arizona State University. So, but talking is one thing. We got to make sure we keep working every day to continue to make that happen.
I need to ask you about something else. If you guys are done, you guys done most of it. I needed to ask. Go ahead.
Well, I was just asking you, obviously, but just the transition to Donnie as the coach. What's that been like?
Oh, yeah.
How's it different?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Like I said earlier, the age difference, obviously that plays a part in the way they approach things and their verbiage. But all in all, they both do a great job of like emphasizing on what we need to do. There's never any gray area. Like I don't leave the meeting and you're wondering like, what am I supposed to do in this? When I know they do a good job of like making sure each corner or the nickel or the safety knows exactly what he has on each and every coverage and adjustment we have.
So it's been somewhat of a smooth transition, would you say?
Oh yeah, I would say so.
I wanted to ask you about social media.
Oh, okay.
Do you
Yeah.
mind?
Yeah, no problem.
The incident with Utah a couple of years ago when the players were